Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Stephanie Starr here on Twitter. Anyone find it weird that the whole crypto market started tanking when the SEC website went down about 30 to 40 minutes ago? Now, she posted this yesterday evening, March the 14th at 11:39 p.m. Crypto market, for those of you guys paying attention, and I'm sure most of you guys are, is down a little bit today, probably one of the biggest corrections we have seen in recent memory. Damn, XRP is right where it was on Sunday, pretty much. And so I'm sure some of you guys are probably feeling that pain. She retweeted out this tweet too from Edward Britchuk, basically stating the same. The SEC website is down. This is getting interesting. Sir Trades a Lot also posting the 404 Ripple website screenshot with the bear here. So wonder what the heck is going on. Why is the SEC website down? Things that make you go, We've got the Bitcoin chart here on the hourly, and as you guys can see, it has corrected quite significantly since yesterday. It was correcting pretty much throughout the entire day. We did see, and it felt like a lot more than 11% in my opinion. Now we're down about 8%, let's say about 8 or 9%. As of the time of this recording, Bitcoin right now is hovering in and around $67,200 per coin. Of course, we did print that new high of roughly $74,000. So just zooming in here a little bit just to kind of get a more accurate picture in here. So Bitcoin did see a high of roughly $73,794 per coin, and now we're back down in and around $67,000. So down 8%, but guys, routinely we tend to see larger corrections than this. I know this feels like a lot, but brace yourselves, especially if this is your first bull run. The thing that I'm sure most XRP holders are quite upset about is this correction here. Since we did see that new high for XRP back on Monday, we've pretty much lost all those gains. XRP is down 16.7%. So right back where we were right here at the beginning before that initial pump to the upside, which brought us to 74.5 cents. So XRP right now trading right back down in here at about 61.9, so just shy of 62 cents per coin. But let's not focus on the details. Let's not focus on those specific numbers. Let's pay close attention to the broader strokes, okay? Looking at the entire crypto market, you guys can see greed is receding a little bit, but not by much. Right now at 89, we got the market cap going down slightly, down 7.34%. We're seeing a market cap of $2.57 trillion. Volume, though, is increasing, okay? 24-hour volume up 60.73%. So a lot of buying activity going on. Bitcoin dominance has gone down a little bit. Again, not a huge amount, nothing really to be concerned of, nothing to be paying attention to necessarily. So Bitcoin in the last 24 hours down 7.5%. This is, again, like I said, one of the larger corrections, I guess maybe the largest we've seen in recent weeks. Ethereum is also down 7.57%. BNB coin is down. Solana is down, not by much though, only 1.76. XRP down 9.93. Cardano's ADA down 12%, Dogecoin down. So you guys can see a sea of red right now in the crypto space, likely getting a lot of people very worried, very anxious at this moment. Ian Binns bringing this up, $809 million liquidated in the last 24 hours. So that is, I guess that's the entire crypto market. The 12-hour wrecked number here, 456.86 million. And for the 24-hour wrecked, $809.48 million. But you guys can see buying volume is going up. Why is everybody freaking out about price action, asks Nick Crypto Crusader here. We are holding support levels on most altcoins, and even Bitcoin still looks good. So we're going to get into more of this shortly. I just wanted to show you some metrics here on the daily. What we have routinely seen for Bitcoin over the years during a bull cycle. And what did I say? 9%, down 9% right now. Look at how much Bitcoin corrected from these tops here, okay? So that's kind of commensurate to where we are today, near the beginning of the cycle. But guys, as this cycle moves further and further to the upside, getting closer and closer to new all-time highs, we are going to see these corrections get deeper and deeper. This one, 31.4% for Bitcoin. This one over here, 26.6%. Roughly, and it just continues with these volatile corrections, 18.5 or 4.5% rather, and then we peter off and move to the downside. Even in the bull run of 2016, 2017, that would be in and around here. Bitcoin corrections routinely 37% here for Bitcoin. So this is, again, moving to the upside. We're not even this far in the cycle yet, in my opinion. Over here, down 40%, okay? Over here, down 29.3%. So we are going to routinely see larger corrections for Bitcoin as we move higher. This is nothing really. If this goes down another 10, 15%, I would not be surprised, but luckily we are holding here, at least right now. Nick is even saying this. So we're going to be getting into some more reasons why. Well, Michael Branch also bringing this to our attention. Senators Jack Reed and LaFonza Butler urged the SEC to block crypto ETPs. So could this have anything to do with, maybe why we're seeing the market plummet? And I mean, I don't know, the SEC website going out, that's just a crazy coincidence. Democrats are asking SEC's Gary Gensler to block approval for more crypto ETPs. Senators say that retail investors face enormous risk from such products because there are thin order books for some cryptocurrencies. So this just came out today. This is the latest update here from 4:16 a.m., March 15th, 2024. And so 2 Democratic senators are urging the SEC to block any further crypto exchange-traded products to protect retail investors from risks associated with poor broker disclosure and thin liquidity in major cryptocurrencies. These 2 senators write that a FINRA survey disclosed that 70% of brokers' communications with retail investors violated fair disclosure rules. Brokers' communications falsely equated cryptocurrencies with cash. In others, they provided misleading explanations of cryptocurrencies' risks. They wrote, these alarming deficiencies raise significant concerns that brokers and advisors may now provide incomplete and deceptive information about Bitcoin ETPs to retail investors. So these senators are coming out saying, look, we need to put the brakes on this. We do not know enough about certain cryptocurrencies in order to offer a fair product to retail investors. And here's another quote. Retail investors should be made aware of how these ETPs differ from more common funds, which they may have experience with, said the letter, writing that Bitcoin is not subject to the same protections under the Investment Company Act of 1940 that ETFs, which hold shares of various companies, would have. The 2 lawmakers also said that Bitcoin, which they call the most established and scrutinized cryptocurrency, is displaying weakness, and other cryptos are far more susceptible to misconduct. Things that make you go, coincidentally, just as we're seeing Bitcoin correct about 10%. But again, 10%, nothing in the grand scheme of things. I know for traditional Wall Street guys and girls, they think that this is probably the end of the world, considering we're seeing this, correcting pretty much just within one day. So very concerning and alarming. And I'm sure for retail investors who are now FOMOing in, are probably quite alarmed as well if this is their first rodeo. Positive news, guys, on the same front. Michael Branch posting this. Now, the European Corporate Guidance Institution, they are claiming they have now put it in black and white writing. XRP is a non-security, so it does hold non-security status, and this is now acknowledged by the European Corporate Governance Institute. So that's great news for people trading XRP, specifically in Europe. This recognition came in a study titled Corporate Governance Meets Data and Technology, authored by 2 university scholars from the University of Florida. Notably, these scholars cited Ripple and XRP in the context of regulatory concerns surrounding token offerings, particularly regarding securities, regulations, and token classification. A prominent XRP community figure, using the synonym Wrath of Kahneman, spotlighted the research in an update. And so here is the tweet. I talked a little bit about the Wrath of Kahneman's tweet yesterday. First, the report discussed how the fundraising landscape in blockchain-based startups has evolved with token offerings. It includes fundraising moves via initial coin offerings, so giving us kind of a more detailed explanation of how they came to their conclusions. But the university scholars now called attention to the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple Labs. In this case study particularly, they say the SEC contested that XRP is a security, alleging that Ripple's XRP sales violated U.S. securities laws. Meanwhile, the researchers pointed out that XRP was vindicated by the U.S. court on July the 13th, 2023, and XRP was not considered a security when sold to the public on an exchange. But now we can even go as far as saying that the European Corporate Governance Institute is stating now XRP not a security. Not that it ever really was in any other jurisdiction, but to have that clarity, of course, all positive news for XRP moving forward. So wanted to thank Michael Branch just for posting that. Now, Crypto Insight UK bringing us his insight here. I felt we were accumulating hard for a push up. Looks like we've had our first large flush down. And guys, again, these flushes tend to happen more and more regularly and with more and more volatility as the bull market rages on. So we just have to be ready for that. He continues by saying, these things happen, providing the party hasn't ended yet, which I highly doubt it has. We will see multiple 20 to 30% plus corrections during our time. And as I demonstrated earlier in this video, showing you guys, 20, 30% regular as the market rages on. So, it's kind of good. If we stay in and around this 10% zone, that would be kind of good. That means we're not even close to a new all-time high yet. And again, guys, we have not even seen the halving yet, so we still have time to go. This is why Raul talks about spot and chill. Leverage is the easiest way to get washed out in a bull market. And Flow down here saying, it's about time we saw a correction, if I'm honest. As much as we want price to continue upward, there has to be some healthy corrections along the way, 100%. One step back to take another 2 steps forward. And I agree, says Crypto Insight UK, and me personally, Working Money Channel also agrees with this. I thought we might send it because I feel like retail isn't really here yet, and financial news might turn on soon, multiplied by the ETF buying pressure. But it was time for a flush out regardless, and healthy flush outs, guys, going to be very positive, and unfortunately we are seeing the rest of the crypto space flush along with Bitcoin, but perhaps now a good opportunity to get into some of those cryptocurrency positions that you guys have been clamoring to get into, waiting for a market correction. If you guys want to see what I'm trading, you can find all my price entries at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. The amount of money I've been putting into these cryptos, my $10,000 plus portfolio is now up to about $13,000, and I've diversified into at least 15 different cryptocurrencies, so you can find all that. Patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. If you guys are interested in that kind of thing, going to keep moving along. $200 million worth of BTC bids on Binance, while perps waiting in that $63,000 to $64,000 range, as I mentioned in my last tweet below. So the levels of support now are being identified by Credible Crypto here. Even Ali Charts is commenting, Bitcoin has established a solid support range between 64,750 and 66,700, where about 382,000 addresses hold more than 275,000 BTC. Monitoring this level closely is crucial, as losing it could shift the focus towards the next significant demand zone, and that would be around 60 to 62,000 per BTC. So luckily we are hovering in that $64,000 to $66,000 range for Bitcoin. So again, right here, Bitcoin is trading in and around 67,000. So at the upper level of that range. And again, this is the 1 hour chart. So we're finding support in here. And there is a big wall to break to get past that. So here again, inflows, outflows around money and price, and you guys can see that graph there. I will link this in the description of the video for those of you guys interested in examining it further. Ultimately, when looking at cryptocurrencies like XRP, following the the rest of the crypto market and thinking to yourself, we lost all those gains from last week, and we are just back here, back to Monday's price level. So 6 days of gains erased completely. Blah, right in here, erased completely. It's okay, guys. It really is okay. Bitcoin's going to correct. The rest of the crypto market's going to correct. And then everything is going to pump heavily. Again, this is another interesting observation here from Invest Answers, like clockwork. When the ETFs buy Bitcoin, spot the pattern happening since January 12th. So because now we have the ETFs for Bitcoin, we are seeing the buyers buying up Bitcoin, and this is apparently what tends to happen when we do see large volumes being bought up by the ETFs. We do see sharp corrections to the downside. Boom, boom, boom. We saw another one over here. And so this is like clockwork, but guys, positive. We are making higher lows, higher highs. So it is all moving to the upside. And so some people commenting down here about this. Let me just take a look at some of these answers here. Right, Rose Premium Signal saying, indeed, it's a pattern worth noticing. ETFs tend to drive significant movements in Bitcoin, and that is just going to continue, I think, throughout this bull market. Every dip has been getting eaten up, but we have been building a rising wedge along the way. This is coming from Badger here on Twitter. A potential breakdown could lead to a 20 to 40% correction for Bitcoin, leading into the Bitcoin halving. And again, this is the other thing. The Bitcoin halving has not even happened yet. Traditionally, this is when we see the parabolic moves, and then altcoins follow Bitcoin at this point. So eyeing altcoin moves, this is what we're going to be doing in the second half of 2024. May, June, July, August, throughout the summer, into the fall, and of course through winter. This is traditionally too when we've seen the biggest pumps, when our altcoins are going to reach higher highs. When the $10,000 plus crypto portfolio at patreon.com surges to new all-time highs as well. And when we all get happy, giddy, and cash out, dumping on retail investors when the FOMO really does kick in. So Again, guys, nothing to worry about. Even XRP, I'm not worried at all. Again, remember, we were back in this price range only a week ago. We got to put things into perspective. I know it gets very, very easy to get super excited when we do see price pump up higher very quickly, but we got to maintain control once we do see prices retrace. So keep your chin up, people. This from Credible Crypto. There's a lesson in this. Remember it when we're above $100,000 per Bitcoin later this year and people are calling for a super cycle because of ETF inflows. Okay, another great observation here from Credible Crypto. At this point on the chart, when we were seeing new all-time highs being printed for Bitcoin, Tree News did tweet out Bitcoin ETFs daily inflows hit $1 billion for the first time since the launch. So, okay, you paying attention to the narrative here? Eventually, we did need a correction. Eventually, we did need a sell-off. People are taking profits. But ETF inflows, guys, this is having a significant impact on it's going to have an impact on Bitcoin price movement and, of course, by extension, the altcoin market too. And that is $1 billion. So that is not a small sum by any means. Credible Crypto here just reiterating, this is the single largest day of inflows since the launch. King Houston down here saying, what level are you expecting the pullback for Ethereum and Bitcoin right now? Check my recent tweets. It is all there, says Credible Crypto, so you can follow him for more information. Guys, Andrew Kang also commenting on this too. Okay, apparently a fund blew out $1 billion plus on the MSTR Bitcoin spread trade today. They covered into the close, which is why Bitcoin dumped and MSTR premiums went to new highs. PNL pocketed by Based Sailor and will be put back into Bitcoin. So profits by Michael Saylor, is he putting them back into Bitcoin? Andrew Kang retweeted out one of his own tweets here. You get some really wonky stuff that happens in market trend transitions, like large delta neutral funds, institutions getting blown out on risk-free spread trades like BlockFi, DCG, Genesis, 3AC, Alameda, etc. MSTR currently has $3 billion of short interests, roughly 20% of its float. I imagine a lot of that float is angry TradeFi boomers trying to capture the premium to NAV. The funny thing is that the premium went from 50% pre-ETF to 13% post-ETF, but now has reached a highs of 70%. So the bull market is not nearly over. So you might get the opposite effect here, where that spread blows out in a mega squeeze, GME style. If you guys remember what happened to GameStop back in 2020, keep in mind that it's just gotten big enough to be included in the S&P 500. MSTR, which is MicroStrategy, as levered BTC is back, baby. So a lot of Bitcoin buying, a lot of Bitcoin profits, a lot of Bitcoin selling, a lot of things that we did not have to pay attention to in the last bull run. But guys, today it's different. Don't let them tell you otherwise. The market will correct. It always does until it doesn't. But that's not for a little while yet. We're still in extreme greed, guys. Let's pay attention to the prize. Let's keep accumulating. If that is something you are interested in, and again, you can find out what I've bought, all my cost average prices, at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel, only $5 a month if that interests you. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.